Today we visit Pleinmont, Headland, Guernsey. Today we go back in time and visit a restored battery gun pit that houses the last of its type in Europe and sits in gun pit number 3 of a German coastal artillery battery. When the project of restoring this German coastal artillery battery was started, international inspection showed the bunkers to be remarkably intact. Work could now begin on restoring the bunkers and its pit. All steelworks was shot blasted and repainted. The original writing in the bunkers replaced and walls repainted externally. The camouflage has been replaced as original. All work has been carried out as authentically as possible to return the site to its wartime appearance. Some positions were buried under soil and landscaped with plants and trees, camouflaged in the form of paint, sprayed concrete and straw-on-wire mesh. Granite stones were built into concrete walls to give a natural stone finish. Most beach defences were designed to fire across the beach, the embrasures being protected from enemy fire from open sea. This allowed interlocking and self-supporting fire. 21 of the casemates built in the coast were designed for French guns that had been acquired in large quantities, an additional 13 being mounted in open field positions. A casemate with a 10.5 cm gun has been restored at Headland, north of Varzon, and is open to the public. Each location had defences and facilities to suit its specific needs. The thickness of walls, floors, ceilings was standard. A few plans were modified to suit the local terrain. Fittings were added such as air purification systems, showers, gas-proof doors, telephones and more. Battery Dolmen at Pleinmont is open to the public to visit. It has one of the 4 22 cm gun pits and number of trenches restored. It features accommodation bunkers and 2 fortress quality ammunition bunkers, all linked by deep concrete lined trenches. A command and its observation bunker completes this major fortification. Its gun had a range of 23 kilometres, barbed wire flak positions and 150 cm searchlight minefields. Pak 40 anti-tank gun and Freya radar supported the battery. Land artillery was situated to fire on landing beaches and inland. Artillery Regiment 319 was strengthened. In Guernsey there were 5 batteries, each of 4 10 cm Z-Tech artillery, which had range of 9.6 kilometres. 2 of the batteries were in casements. 3 were in field positions of earth and timber constructions. When the Channel Islands were occupied on the 30th of June 1940, they assessed the existing defences to determine if they would be of use. The Germans found the island's fortifications antiqued and woefully inadequate for modern warfare. Because the Germans expected to invade the United Kingdom in the autumn of 1940, they decided that exposure of defences for those islands would be a waste, requiring defences to be built to reduce the number of quality of troops required to defend the Western Ocean areas. Whilst they had their main roles in protecting the islands from the Allies, the occupying forces put their main efforts into land defences aimed at repelling a seaborne or airborne assault. Today work still continues to put those final touches in place, with new features still being restored. On some Sundays during the summer the site is fully open to the public and the gun is fired using blank charges. From October 1941 and especially throughout 1942, building works moved ahead rapidly in hundreds of sites. Using the standard plans, each site was excavated, normally using manual labour, sometimes needing explosives. The materials excavated generally being kept close by. On 16th of June 1941, Hitler's instructions to reinforce the islands were transmitted there. An Allied attack was reckoned with in summer 1941. German engineers had in 1938 and 1939 improved the west wall, the defence line facing the French. Using 500,000 OT workers, they therefore had a high level of skills and quickly worked out the details of what was needed. On the 2nd of June 1941, Adolf Hitler asked for the maps of the Channel Islands. These were provided the next day. By the 13th of June, Hitler had made a decision. He ordered additional men to the islands, and having decided the defences were inadequate, lacking tanks and coastal artillery, he instructed the OT to undertake the building of 200 to 250 strong points in each of the larger islands. OT, formed in 1933, was a construction organisation that organised and supervised the work of a number of engineering and construction companies, as well as supplying a large labour force. The resulting construction work in the Channel Islands were excessive. It required thousands of workers and massive supplies of cement and steel. Tiny Guernsey received special treatment. It had the largest artillery pieces in the Channel Islands, tanks and 12,000 troops, one soldier for every 2 civilians on the island. Pleinmont Headland sits in Turtleful Parish and is one of the highest points on the island, with plenty places to sit and just look out at sea. The height and views from the headland made it obvious as a position for defence tower during the Second World War. With its forts, castles, ruins and ancient tombs, Guernsey has a story to tell around every corner. Well worth a visit just to have a look round this timeless old structure. It will take you back in time and make you think, what was life really like in World War II? If you enjoyed this video, please check out my last 2 videos for this mini Guernsey series on history and folklore. I would also love it if you could like and subscribe. Maybe leave a comment on where you want me to go next. Thank you so much for watching, and stay safe, Guernsey.